This morning, the war in the Middle East spreading as a top Hamas leader assassinated inside Iran. Ismail Haniyeh killed just hours after meeting with Iran's supreme leader, another avowed enemy of Israel. Both Hamas and Iran blaming Israel for the killing and vowing revenge. The Israeli government refusing to comment. Iran's Revolutionary Guard saying Ismail Haniyeh, the head of the Hamas political bureau, and one of his guards were killed in an attack on their residence in Tehran. Iranian media saying it was a missile strike. The war started by Hamas's attack on October 7th, also spilling into Lebanon, where Israel says it took out a senior commander in Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militant group, who was responsible for killing 12 children in a rocket attack on a soccer field over the weekend. But Lebanon's health ministry says 2 children were also killed in the Israeli strike. Now, after the attack in Iran, Hamas reeling from its leader's death. The 61-year-old Haniyeh was more a politician than a fighter. He left Gaza 5 years ago and lived comfortably abroad while his people suffered, traveling the world rallying support for Hamas. On October 7th, he celebrated the terror attack. And while the IDF says the real mastermind, Yahya Sinwar, is still hiding in Gaza, Israel vowed it would one day take revenge on Hamas's most public face. Now, there is real fear among the families of Israeli hostages today that this killing could derail those fragile ceasefire talks. We're already hearing from the Prime Minister of Qatar, the key mediator in those talks. He's asking, how can mediation succeed when one party assassinates the negotiator on the other side? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, speaking in front of Congress last week, did say that intensive efforts are underway to try to get the hostages home. Savannah.
All right, Raf, thank you. I want to turn to NBC's chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, with us here in Paris. Let's talk about what Raf just said. I mean, you're talking about negotiations that had been bearing some fruit, a hostage deal that the U.S., of course, badly wants. Now one of the negotiators killed, presumably by Israel, in Iran. What does that do to this process?
It disrupts it tremendously. There has been a deal on the table that both sides more or less agree to for the last several months, and they've been trying to work out some of the details. And the Qataris, other mediators, say it is Netanyahu who wants more. Netanyahu keeps insisting on maintaining troops in Gaza, maintaining a long-term security presence, and that Hamas hasn't been able to agree to those terms. And now, after the killing of a member of Hamas's political wing, Ismail Haniyeh lives in Qatar, or did live in Qatar, was part of the political wing, was one of the chief negotiators. Now he's dead. So Qatar, the main moderator, saying, well, how are we supposed to continue these talks when you have one side of the negotiating team killing the other negotiator?
It does raise questions about the timing. Is this one of those situations where whomever took out this leader, that was a target of opportunity? It had to be done then, or you might lose the opportunity?
Israel, and there are many Israeli military commentators, people very close to the government, are already celebrating this as a big success. So even though Israel didn't and probably will never acknowledge it, it's very likely.
Generally, it does not.
But generally, it does not. But the fact that it was done in Iran is no accident. He lived in Qatar. They could have done it in Qatar, although that would have been an enormous embarrassment. The U.S. has military bases there. Qatar is a mediator. Could have done it in Istanbul, although Istanbul, Turkey is a NATO partner. That would also be a problem, also be an embarrassment. But doing it in Tehran sends a double message. It sends a message to Hamas that we will take out any of your leaders and that the negotiations, they're maybe secondary, and it sends a message to Tehran that Israel can get past its security services and will do what it wants.
A significant breaking news, Richard. Good to have you with us here in Paris. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.